Welcome to the finest hour of talk radio you have ever experienced. My name is Rockefeller Jones. You can call me Rock for short. I'm on a mission to show the world the three things I've been blessed with: a voice, a microphone, and a highly profiled opinion. This is for the chill people, the 9-to-5ers, the trendsetters, and all that's in between. Get cozy and strap on in, and welcome to the Rock Jones Project. Came up kind of loud, didn't it?
Oh no, that's not alright.
Oh. Well, good. I hear me.
That shit hurt.
Shout out to Disney Plus for launching and got a brother watching That's So Raven like it's 2002 again.
Oh my god. You know, I didn't really get into the Disney stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How not?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I watched, like, I guess you could say the quote unquote classics, you know, like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, you know, those. But, like, the TV shows, not so much.
Really? I was a really big Gargoyles fan.
Okay, I like Gargoyles. What was another one I was talking about them again?
They got Tailspin, they got Darkwing Duck. The Mighty Ducks cartoon is also on there.
See, okay, again, that I will throw that under classic. So I've seen those. I have a picture of Scrooge McDuck hanging on my wall. So,
dude, I think I'm like this close to getting his shirt because I got a hat to match. So I definitely need to get my hands on them DuckTale shirts. Nonetheless, ladies and gents, guys and gals, and all that's in between, welcome to another episode of the Rock Jones Project. We made it. Another week, y'all.
Yay.
Turn up, turn up, turn up. So on this episode, I am joined by another fellow WoW individual, straight from the Serengeti. Well, I usually let my guests introduce themselves so I don't butcher it. So how do you want the people to know you?
My name is AJ.
Simply AJ, like Madonna.
I mean, it just works. It just works.
I'll plug y'all once I start doing the promos on Instagram and Facebook. Oh no, she's not.
For
on
sure,
Facebook.
for sure, for sure.
She's not on Facebook.
Yeah, I need to get back on Facebook for sure.
At least for marketing purposes, you know.
Yeah. I definitely thought about that for sure.
Well, my lovely guest AJ, y'all.
Hey. Yeah. Hey.
So I done dropped my phone. I guess that wasn't necessary. All my notes is on my Windows, but you know. So on this episode, we are going to talk about dating or not dating broke people. And we're not just talking like financially, we're talking like spiritually broke, mentally broke. Can you be physically broke too?
I mean, I guess if you were disabled, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I mean, you might as well throw that one into the ballot too, you know.
All right, so we got mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially,
and physically. Yeah. Okay.
And physically.
The 5 brokenness, or the 5 regions of broke. So,
unfortunate business.
So nonetheless, we were having a personal discussion. Well, actually, it led from your Snap, wasn't it? It was from your Snapchat.
I actually posted it on my Instagram and my Snapchat.
Oh, and she had mentioned how we need to stop settling for broke people. And she wasn't just talking about broke in the sense of finances. She was talking about the other 4, well, 3 at the time, but 4 tonight, signs of brokenness. And I had to fully agree on dating the whole or settling for the whole spiritually and mentally broke. That it takes a great deal of patience for that. And me being 30 something,
Okay.
us in us in our 30 somethings, we don't really have a tolerance for that. At least I don't. Like my patience for relationships is at an all-time low.
Feel me?
If you sneeze incorrectly or sneeze is giving me off a bad vibe, I'm out. Just sit there. What? Whoa, whoa, what? What was? I'm done. I'm out. Pack up. Matter of fact, nope. You keep this place. You done already curse sneeze this place. I'm going that way. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on all of it?
I mean, just to speak to your points, like I feel like a lot of us are too old, and we've been through so much already, and worked so hard to get to where we are that why would we want someone on our coattails or that's not on the same level as we are? You know, like why go backwards?
I mean, but some people do also have that tendency to try to bring people with them or meet someone along the way and then level them up, quote unquote. Like, which one of the sister twins met their guy at a bus stop? No, one. Who was it? I forgot. But one of the sister twins literally met their current husband at a bus stop. And
Like while she was famous?
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. Like she wasn't. Like I don't think they've been together 10, maybe 12 years. Don't quote me on that one. I should have fact checked that one. But I know it was when one of them was still doing the game on BET.
Okay.
So, and they met him at a bus stop, and then all of a sudden, hey, that's hubby with all my kids. So, I'm just saying, if you were in her shoes, would you be willing to do the same thing, or is it still like a, nah, you broke? I
I
mean,
mean, her situation. I mean, she's not an average Joe. That's the thing. So you know what I'm saying? Like, she can afford to do some shit like that.
but if you could, would you do it? And why not?
I would probably say no because like look at Jay Z and Beyonce. They didn't quote unquote carry one another. They was already paid when they got together, and they just continued to build more. So if you already come to a relationship fully loaded, and I come to a relationship fully loaded, we can put that together and just you know take it to the stars. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. We don't have to waste time. All right, you get your shit together. Come on. Did you learn it yet? All right, sweet. No, no.
But,
I would say no.
but, but they had their little romantic turmoil too. So, like Becky
We'll
with the good
see.
hair came into play.
Say that last word again.
Becky with the good hair.
Oh, I mean, well, let's see what would that fall under. Broke what? Mentally or emotionally?
That may be mental, emotion, and spirit for those who are deeply
Mm.
rooted. Because if you're not solid, you'll just fall for anything.
Fair.
Like you got one of the quote unquote prettiest, majestic women, and I'm throwing in heavy quotes because it's all in your choice preference. One of the most prettiest women in all of the world per se, and he just still found a way to step out. And now he looked like a hot mess because of it. He looked like you see him recently, like when they was doing the Lion King videos and movies and the soundtrack that she did. He looked tired.
No, it seems like since I've been on Facebook, I've been missing a whole lot.
See, it's not even Facebook. I just follow a whole lot of celebrity news, but like
Okay.
I see him and he looked tired. Like he looked like he paying for that emotional brokenness. He probably saying, "I'm sorry, right? Nah, I didn't mean to cheat." She like, "Shut up, lay your ass down, go the fuck to sleep."
Oh man.
Do I at
I
least
mean,
get to
hey,
eat? No, you don't get to eat. Go the fuck to bed.
consequences.
I'm talking about he went from waves and clean shave to like BDBs on his face and a little nappy afro. He looked tired.
Well, maybe what if he's doing the natural thing? You know what I'm saying? Like embracing
Girl.
his blackness.
Girl. Okay, that is not a hairstyle. That is repentance. He is saying I'm sorry. She like, you can't even look nice. Get a $500,000 3-piece suit, $15 haircut.
Looking like a dirty Q-tip.
With lips.
Oh man, the
But
Joe Camel boy.
man, but I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to justify it. Like, is there such thing as somebody who's not broken in any department? Or is there just like, you're less broken than others? You got a little crack here, but you're not fully broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess it depends on the degree of broken.
So if you had to choose which quote unquote broke you had to encounter, out of the 5 we listed, which one would you choose? She like none of them.
Okay.
She like, I ain't had time for this shit.
If I had to choose, I would go financially.
Ooh, really?
Yep, because I am all about what a person is like on the inside. Because we can fix money, we can get money any day. But you as a person, that takes time because you start off as a baby just like everybody else. You had years of input from others, your own perception of things. And if you can come out as a solid person from everything you've taken in over the course of your years, that's good with me. Cool.
So,
But
in a sense, but like, what if he has no ambition?
But see, if I feel like if you have those other things together, you would have ambition.
Oh,
like
so
how can you have? Yeah,
if you were like, not broken, quote unquote, in the other 4 departments, like ambition is a guarantee almost.
I would say so. I would hope so.
You actually may be onto something there.
Okay.
I don't know if I had to choose a broken that I would have to deal with. Yeah, it would be financially. It would be financially. Because I've dated and encountered all 5 departments, but
are you down with the handicap? That's what I'm talking about.
one of them was mentally unstable.
Okay, there's a disability for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, if we gonna talk disabilities, let's be serious. Uh, Mental illness is also an illness, and it's a disability. And some of them were just plain goofy. But yeah, I would definitely tolerate, not settle, but tolerate the financially broken.
Mm.
As long as you know how to, acquire some funds and don't keep shaking your hands out at me because I'm not paying everything. It's 2019. You can secure your bag and you'll be all right. Oh, that's another thing on the financially broken part. How do you feel about the women or men? I'm not going to be gender diverse here. Having their significant other pay 100% of the costs in the relationship.
I feel like that's one of those things that should be discussed. And if he's okay with that or she's okay with that, sure. But if it's an implied or expected thing, then no, not at all.
Would you date somebody who paid everything of yours? Like, you didn't have to pay to breathe. Like, he covered the breathing costs.
Hell yeah, nigga, I got kids.
I asked the right person the wrong question. That I don't know. Something said like, "Hey, she's not gonna go for that." She was like, "Hell yeah, I got kids. Go ahead, go ahead. I
Okay.
got two big old boys that love food. Go ahead.
Okay.
You want?
You,
Oh, I need a new game controller. Go ahead.
you better believe it.
Oh, this
You
TV too
better
small.
believe
Go ahead.
it.
I dated somebody who had that idea, but it wasn't agreed upon.
Mm.
And in the moment where I said no, I'm not doing that, she decided to attack me and
Oh.
also claim that had it not been for her, my bag wouldn't have been secured.
Wait, let me go back though. So you said she attacked you. You talking about verbally or physically?
Verbally, oh, physically, she was a
Oh, okay.
punk. She was a
I
punk.
was about to say, like, hold on, bro.
Nah, physically, she was soft.
Like Paul Maury.
And although I am not domestically violent, you not gonna hit my face. Say what you will. Oh, he hit women. No, I don't
I
hit
defended myself.
women. I defend myself against violent women because one of them threatened to kill me once.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's another story. But
Clearly.
yeah, she claimed that had she not been by my side, I wouldn't have made the money I was making at the time. At that point, I was at the plant. I was making almost $20, $30 an hour. And like money was great. New car, paid bills at her spot and my mama's. Like I was balling out of control. And then she had a temper tantrum because I wouldn't get this little stupid watch because she's terrible with jewelry.
Okay.
Hence why she never got her wedding ring. But
Womp.
oh wait, there we go. But yeah, she went on a tirade in the middle of this restaurant that shall remain nameless
Mm.
and told me that had it not been for her being in my life, I wouldn't have had the ambitions and goals to do what I did. Mind you, she told me not to do radio.
Wow.
She tried to take me away from y'all.
That's okay.
If y'all see her, throw rocks at her.
She was a wild bee.
Dog, she said, don't do radio. So she tried to kill
Literally.
or she tried to break my spirit. She tried to break my spirit. She tried to break my finances. She definitely tried to turn me broke. But with that being said, what do you do in the event if somebody is trying to break you because they're broken themselves?
I would encourage them to work on themselves, like seriously, but I would have to step away.
Like you just like pack up and dip,
Yeah.
no second chance.
I mean, I don't necessarily know about no second chances, but I'll probably check up on them in like 5 years. Like, hey, have you had any, growth as a person? No. Oh, all right, peace. Then-
So it's like he do a bi-monthly checkup. Oh, hey, how you doing? Just checking to see if you've fixed yourself.
exactly.
Oh no, I'm still broken. I'm still broken. Oh, okay. Well, peace.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's rough. Like once you mentioned how you had a low tolerance for people that are broken, I started to realize like I don't either. And then I also started to reflect on all of the brokenness I've chose to deal with
Mm.
in my 20s because that's when I originally started like dating and relationships and whatnot. I didn't do any of that in my teenage years. I was an ugly duck. But oh, this is not a myth, but we'll get into that later. but I chose to deal with a lot of brokenness. So, in that, what is the worst form of broken individual that you've chose to deal with in your dating environment? If this is too deep, you can always throw out a safe word. Comfort first. Comfort first. And we don't do name drops either. I don't
Oh,
even
yeah, of course, of course.
I'm not catching bodies for nobody. But yeah, same question. The worst form of broken you've tolerated and why?
All right, let's see. And why?
Give her a minute.
It's all right. I was waiting for the crickets too. Like, all right,
Oh yeah, I didn't want to do it.
it's
And
all good. It's all good. No dead air. You feel
no dead air.
me?
So
But
while she prepares to answer this question, allow me to give a personal shout out to a friend of mine. His name is Sam Cannoneer, and he has this book that just came out called Millionaire Intentions. You work too hard to be broke. Very fitting for the title of tonight. He talks about his financial journey, and he also gives out a game plan on how to come out of that broke mindset as well as your broke pockets and to do better financially. I started reading it. I'm not going to recommend it. If I didn't start reading it, I'm starting to read it, and it's actually pretty good. I've started incorporating it in my daily life. So, shout out to him. He's going to be on the show soon. I'm working on that too. Looking forward to that one. Now, back to the original question.
all right, represent for the book.
I got to. The book is really good. It's on Amazon. I should have told everybody that. It's on Amazon, both digitally and paperback. I have the hard copy. It's $20, but I highly recommend it to anybody who wants to do financially better in their journey. You're
So,
welcome.
I would say emotionally,
Really?
and the reason I could say that I dealt with it is because unfortunately I was emotionally broken myself.
So you chose to accept emotional brokenness because you were in a state of being emotionally broken yourself.
Yeah, but I guess I get to kind of get into more detail on it. Is like not understanding, I guess, certain things about accepting and receiving love or what that is itself or what it should be. You know what I mean?
I dig.
Okay.
I dig. So is it levels? Is it safe to say that there's levels to brokenness?
Mhm.
Like, is there any level? Like, is there a minute level that one should tolerate? Because again, nobody's perfect. Everybody has their vice.
Exactly.
Mine's just happen
I
to
mean,
be pizza and food, but I'm kind of working on that. I guess
well, okay.
I was about to say, I guess this is proper to talk about since didn't you start the vegan life? Like, aren't you heading towards vegan?
Yes, and it is awesome.
Really, full of energy and vigor.
Yeah.
So I need to cut out pizza and grab
Oh
lettuce.
yeah, for
Kind
sure. And like TMI for everyone, I've never been so regular in my life. It was great.
that definitely validates every form of wildness that I was talking about. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, that's her in the flesh, and this hasn't even been her in her prime. I'm gonna get her in her prime on another episode. I promise you.
Thank you, thank you,
I
thank
have
you.
to. I have to.
And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, boy, that's the one. That's the one.
see, this is why I take pride in my creation, my craft. You have fun here on the Rock Jones Project.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we are about 25 minutes in. I don't know if you want to kick off to this or that or the would you rather now, Or
Uh,
is there another
oh,
subject that you also had, dwelling in the midst of the pits?
I mean, I guess I can touch on real quick. The other video I made about parents not doing something right if their children are fat or have titties.
You know what? I definitely wanted to ask you about that, and I was at work when you posted it. And yeah, this is going to be a double feature. So, please, for all that is love in the air, reiterate the snap.
Okay, so I specifically said that I had a message, in particular for parents, and I said, if your child is fat or has titties, you're doing something wrong as a parent, and that was my PSA for the day. And yeah, the reason why I said it is because, like, first I have firsthand experience. At one point, I guess I feel like as a parent, um, sometimes you worry if you're feeding your kid enough and you overfeed them unintentionally. And my kids got round, okay, like chubbier than what they normally were, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I started looking up different things about food because I started my little, I guess weight loss journey, down 35 pounds, yay me. But that's the one, boy.
My triggers be on it.
um, but yeah, so about just different things about calorie intake, fitness, blah blah blah. And now my children are they look like my children again, like not these little pudgy, me six people that I don't understand.
Wow. Wow. Oh, that's the term. That's the term we're going with. Okay. Um, with that now, growing up in the '90s that we did, uh, we didn't have access to a lot of in-house technology like these newer age kids do. Do you think that's playing part? Like, why go outside when Fortnite's free?
I had concerns about that at one point with my kids, but I guess you could say they naturally want to go outside. But for the kids that don't, I would say you should definitely limit the time they're on their devices, find other activities. So like I put my sons in basketball and karate.
Huh.
They do that. I know, right?
Uh, so you're turning them into kung fu basketballers.
Hey, you never know what you might need in the future.
Really? He got hands like Bruce Lee, but he also blocks shots like Yao Ming.
Mad handles.
Which one you want today, Chuck Norris or Chuck Taylor?
Exactly.
I mean, not a lot of parents do that. I know I have a couple of local, well, not local, but like close family members who are in their teens, their early teens, who have access to all of the technology in the world. And they are like homebody. I've tried to get them out, sign them up for different types of sports, and they just won't do it. So, how do you fix that? Like, how do you make your child do it?
Well, that's tough love at that point. You gotta, take the password to the Wi-Fi. Like you gotta do, 30 minutes of vigorous activity before you can get the fucking password.
But what if they decide to like go into a sporadic rage? Like these kids, this day and age,
Sporadic rage.
oh,
I wish my fucking kids would. Hold the fuck
see, you parent different than most though.
on. Clearly,
You got old school moral code.
man. I mean, to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm. You still cut switches.
No, I don't. Cause I've never cut a. Well, I cut a switch when my grandma was living my ass on.
That's probably why you like it now.
Oh Lord.
I'm not disclaiming shit on that one. I said what I said. but a lot of these parents aren't really like ours, so to speak.
Mm,
So the discipline factor has diminished. Like there's not a lot of authority being displayed this day and age.
mm.
You go on TV or on the internet, and these parents let their kids do what they want to do.
They wanted.
So, uh, who does that fall on at this point?
I mean, at the end of the day, to me, anything dealing with a child and their parent, well, not anything, I should say, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Not anything, but things in regards to like their health, if they're, well, I mean, I guess that all falls under health, but, something like that, or like you control what your kids eat. Your kids don't go out and buy groceries, or, they don't make the food schedule or what have you. Um, so yeah, to me, it's on the parents. Plus, you need to educate your kids about, eating, what you should and shouldn't eat, or, everything in moderation. Don't eat, 50 cupcakes when you can have one. One is enough.
I don't know. Sometimes 42 sounds really good.
No, bro. No.
Uh, it's kind of rough. It's rougher for the newer kids. Like they didn't get the teachings that we do,
Clearly.
especially as far as nutrition goes. Like our age was the age that they actually were forced to put nutrition facts on the boxes and bottles.
But my thing is this, considering, I know what era or time I grew up in, uh, I'm like, how are these kids turning out this way? Because a lot of you should have been raised the same way.
True, but at the same time, those kids in our age or the kids that was in our era have gotten lazy or they try to not be the authoritative parents that our parents were. Like, look, we're in an age where handwriting and music aren't necessary classes for preschool. I mean, for elementary school kids. Like, handwriting is just going. So we're in an era where the next generation won't be able to sign for anything because they weren't taught how to write in cursive. At least not as far as school goes.
Well, in some places though, they've gotten it back in school.
Really?
Yes, yes,
I don't know why I was taken out.
exactly. That's exactly what I said.
And my youngest sister's school, they actually started enforcing uh the bag lunch check. So you can't bring any fast food to lunch for your child. That even
I
includes
mean,
Subway.
low key, I'm okay with that.
I mean, but it took for all of the kids to, turn into Titans for them to do it. Because her school has a lot of really like linebacker built children
Mm,
of
mm.
all ages, nationalities, and genders.
Mm.
Like I'm pretty sure it's a girl in her class or in her school, I should say, that looks like she could probably catch me on the 40 and make me fumble. That's all I'm
Oh
saying.
my,
Yeah, yeah. And my youngest sister stands about six
that's a
feet as
huge
is.
bitch.
My youngest sister is 6 feet, and she's not even in her 13s and up yet. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that
I mean,
one.
but hell, my son is almost my height. Both of them almost.
Well, you're kind of short ish. Did you? I said ish. That kind of decreases the overall short comment by like 32%.
Okay, I guess.
Give me credit. Give me credit. But as far as the eating or teaching your child how to eat goes, oh, it's kind of rough. It's rough in an era that tries to lazy their way through everything.
Yeah, I mean that's for sure the thing though. You gotta find that motivation to do it and put the habits in place, or make the effort.
You know what I think happened?
What's that?
A lot of people our age, like the late 20s, early 30s, and whatever, anybody in that category, they
Mhm.
don't cook.
Man, yeah, you are absolutely correct.
They don't cook at all. Like
That used to be me.
they don't cook at all, and it's tragic. Don't I'm getting back into that groove. I'm not gonna act like I play victim. I too have struggled with cooking a lot,
I mean, I'm not
especially this
perfect either.
past month. Especially this past month. In
Better believe
between,
I
and I,
was at a Popeye.
girl, don't get me started on that chicken sandwich. We're gonna close with that. We're gonna close with that chicken sandwich because I got some heavy concerns about that chicken sandwich. But I make it a struggle to cook.
It's all right. You'll get there one day.
I have not much of a choice. Like I'm changing my diet regimen heading into the holiday season.
Okay.
So cooking is definitely about to be acquired. Even though I just called my mother and put in a special request for pork chops on Thanksgiving.
Oh no.
Judge your mama. I need these pork chops. I haven't had a home cooked pork chop in a quarter
All
of a
right, I'm gonna
year.
sneak some ham. I'm gonna sneak some honey baked ham. You better believe
I'm
it.
tweaking at the thought of a pork chop sandwich because I need it. I need it. I didn't burn myself out with fast food, and my area has so many fantastic restaurants
Mm.
that I've just been bouncing from. You know my area. I've been bouncing from Sonic to Coney to cheesesteak to Chinese,
Yeah, so I just gotta learn to fight it. I was like,
and
just gotta ride on by.
and
Jesus
then
said no.
there's a Five Guys up the street, and I've abused
Oh,
them. I've abused them. I have no shame. I have
man.
no shame. And you know what got me? It was the fact that the way they put their fries in the bag,
I mean, I definitely dig it too for sure.
because they get you with this. Like they give you your cup with a little bit of fries in it. Then it looked like somewhere along the way they was like, "Fuck it, huh? Take all these, just throw it
Yep,
all in the bag.
yep.
Throw it all in the bag." They give you that cup, and they was like, "Huh? Bag full of fries." That's how they get that little greasy look.
I mean, that's how you know it's about to slap though.
It is fire. I tell
Bag look
everybody
all
like
dirty.
the
Yep.
best conies are the dirty ones, or the ones you can see the dad fly in the window. That's how you know your breakfast special or your corned beef is fire. And the best bags in Detroit got grease. But I can't keep living like this. I can't. I found myself super tired every day, and it's not just work and putting together and producing the podcast. It's definitely my food intake, because I done went through my little leftover boxes. Like, damn, I really ordered all of this shit and ate it. So, I think that's another thing too. Like, we have to show our kids through ourselves
Yes.
how to eat, because they're gonna watch you eat. And if they see you eating,
Bullshit.
yeah, dookie food, then they gonna want dookie food too, because mom and daddy thinks it's okay, which is bad because my dookie food be fire.
Hey, I understand. I definitely understand.
So I don't know. Pray for the kids, y'all. Pray for my kids. I gotta make sure I have, before I even start having kids and all that. I gotta make sure my diet is A1,
Exactly.
because now, guiltlessly, I went to the mall today and I got a mini Cinnabon and some Chinese, guiltlessly. But I know for a fact I'm gonna pay for that Chinese later because that chicken is hot. And when you scoot on past 30, you get this next door neighbor called Heartburn, and he ain't no hoe. He the reason I can't eat Chicago style deep dish pieces no more.
That sounds
I know it sounds bad. I had a Chicago style deep dish a couple days ago, and child, I cried in the bed
Yeah.
with a bottle of Pepsi right next to me. This is not a lie. I'm seeing you a picture. The Pepsi is still right next to the bed.
Wow,
I
that's
know.
serious.
I'm doing better. I promise. I'm doing better. By the end of the year, I'm gonna have it all together for my future kids. I'm doing this for my future kids. So when my future kids listen to the show, you want to know why y'all eating all this broccoli and whatever? It started here. Okay, you'll thank me later. But I think that's where it starts with the kids. And I done lost my book for my this or that because
That's running.
my book was in my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, don't say your stuff to your phone, please. Write your notes in a laptop so the laptop can die on you. Because my laptop, shout out to Windows for the Surface. I love the Windows Surface. This is a really good laptop, and I like to draw, so I get to draw on my Windows Surface. But as I was drawing on my Windows Surface, I forgot to charge it. So all of my this or that questions were in the notebook.
Oh no.
Uh, but this is why you always have a plan B. I have a
Good.
copy. I have a copy on the phone that I'm using now to chat with you. Shout out to my guest. Been a really good guest. She's gonna be back on here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a
That's the
really,
one.
really raw topic, so I'm just letting y'all know. Parental advisory in advance. Parental advisory in advance.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
Because
sure.
I'm fairly certain one of the topics is going to be bad sex.
Yeah.
So brace yourselves. It's gonna be some tables flipped. I feel it. So,
Tear the club
why not?
up.
So some of these I know the answers to, but I'm gonna ask them anyway. So, for those who know and for those who don't, this is the segment that I like to call "This or That," where I ask my lovely guests 15 this or that questions, and they give me their best answer. You cannot pick nothing in between, or neither is not an answer.
Ah.
See, I got to put that out there because last person that was on the show tried it. Oh, I don't want neither one of them. That's not how this game works. You have to pick. So, are you ready?
Yep.
Your first question is summer or winter?
Summer.
Get off my show. Go. Go home. Why does everybody pick summer? Y'all just making me look like the weird one. It's too
Anyone who
hot.
picks winter is the weird one.
Excuse me. It's too hot. It's too hot.
I mean, I agree, but I'd rather be hot than cold.
I'd rather be cold than hot.
No, I could see. I mean, you can die from either temperature, but
That's
I
a
don't know.
bit
It's
dark.
something about frostbite that really bothers me.
I didn't say frozen. I said cold. I didn't say go stick your face in snow. Jeez.
Man, what about people that ride a bus? You know what I'm saying? They taking chances every day, bro.
CVS sells hand warmers for $5.99.
Them shits don't work.
Stick your hand in your pants. Buy a thick coat. I don't know. Well, how do you counteract the summer? What if my fan don't blow? What if I ain't got no air conditioning? I just
You
gotta
can go
sit
to the
here and
mall.
yeah,
You can go to the mall.
to stink and sweat like a Hebrew slave child, huh?
I mean, if you go
Wow.
to the mall, they got AC, everything. Helps that.
No. It's more convenient to manage the winter than it is the summer. And y'all are out of pocket. But this ain't my this or that now, is it?
Nope.
Whatever. Hamburgers or hot dogs? You can't say neither. Vegan. Oh, vegan hamburgers or vegan hot dogs? There we go.
Burgers.
Rain or snow?
Rain.
Because you like the summer. Chocolate or vanilla? And I'm not talking about your preference in men.
Well, I'm more of a vanilla person these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tragic for the viewers. So unless you
just when it comes to my ice cream.
oh you're more of a Neapolitan certain that sort in that category.
Yeah, I really like strawberry too.
Uh,
I really like strawberry.
Lions or bears?
Bear.
50s or 80s music?
80s.
Frozen yogurt or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Straight hair or curly hair?
Curly.
I knew that answer.
Of course.
I knew that answer. Circles or squares?
Square.
Because it's hip to be one. I mean, who didn't watch Sesame Street? Come on now.
Yeah.
It's money or fame. This is a real good one.
Fame.
Now, as a woman who has both, and y'all can trust me on this one, I know for a fact and can verify that she has both. Piercings or tattoos?
Tattoos.
Over piercings?
I'm sorry, hello?
Over piercings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's actually quite surprising. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Leather or lace? Wow.
Leather. By the way, I said that. Leather.
You should have seen how I put my hand down when I asked the question. It was like leather or lace. Oh, shit. Oops. Shower or tub? These questions are getting worse.
Shower.
Here we go. Snow White or Cinderella?
Cinderella.
Sitting or standing?
Standing. Hey, giggity.
Family or friends?
Friends.
And writing poetry or reading it?
Reading it.
Oh, congratulations. You survived.
Yay. Yep, that's the one.
That's the one. That's your applause right there. That's the one. So, in closing, first and foremost, have you had the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Yes, I've had it 3 times now.
Why the hell have you had this chicken sandwich 3 times?
That bitch good, bro.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I mean, I would say like a hard 7, 7.5. If you fry, maybe it's an 8.5. You know.
That's a real strong, real strong number. I gave it a very humble 5.5, and I had the spicy.
All right. I mean, that's your opinion.
No, what? No. Let's talk about it. No, don't disregard. Let's talk about it.
I don't know. I mean, I've tried chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. You know, I love the spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. What was the other one? I say Chick-fil-A, Wendy's. On the tip of my tongue.
Stop sitting stuff.
KFC. They're what is it? The crispy kernel sandwich, whatever the hell it is.
That sandwich is a tragedy.
I had the honey barbecue one, or I got honey barbecue sauce on it. I liked it. Man,
look, me and KFC have been beefing since they discontinued my Georgia Gold. And left us with the Nashville Hot and their old school barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I don't like that Nashville Hot shit.
I like the Nashville Hot. Only for the tenders. But Yeah, Popeyes, the chicken sandwich gets a humble 5.5. Um, I don't think it's better than Chick-fil-A. You can quote me on that one.
See,
Uh,
I got my own personal beef with Chick Fil A, so
why? Because it's not open on Sundays.
I mean because of their what they support, but that's a whole
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's gonna start a fire. That
I
will be
like
the
doing
fire
that.
starter.
I like doing that.
But
Firebug.
oh god, damn Pyro. But
Baby Charlemagne.
yeah, we'll see how the backlash goes on that one. I think I'm definitely interested in going to the Chick-fil-A chaos. Not tonight though. We're gonna keep
Oh
it
yeah, for
civil.
sure.
But it's a decent sandwich for what it's worth. Do I think it's one worth stabbing motherfuckers over? No,
Nah,
not even
G.
close. Like all
Nah,
of
G.
the debauchery and all of the stuff that's going on that you see in these Popeyes lines is ridiculous. Not for that kind of chicken sandwich. I could have seen if it was like Cheesecake Factory when they first came to Michigan.
I still haven't had it.
Seriously?
Hmm
Why not?
I mean, I've heard that it really wasn't all that. Um,
Nah, Cheesecake Factory is pretty good.
and I kind of forgot about it, honestly.
I think a lot of people have. That's why it's more easy to access. But I do highly recommend taking your own take on it
Sure.
and stop eating that chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah, I'm done. You know,
You done? You
I've
done?
had my run. Yeah,
Did it treat you right?
yeah.
Did you have the regular or the spicy?
I had a spicy one.
I haven't had the
No,
regular yet.
neither have I.
I think I need to try the regular just to fully rate it. But as far as the spicy goes, 5.5. It's just like a regular spicy chicken sandwich, just really extra crispy. The bun is fire. I think that's why everybody loves it. The bun is the key
Yeah,
to
that
the
bun is
entire
litty
sandwich.
city. It.
Which makes me want to fight Popeyes for when they had to bring your own bun and make a
Oh my goodness!
sandwich. Like,
Don't
bitch,
get me
you knew that wasn't close to the chicken sandwich you out here selling people.
started.
Talking about some, we'll put some tenders on your bun and charge you the chicken sandwich price. No, bitch, you gonna give me them tenders because they're tenders. They're tenders. But
Tender love
I have
here.
my reserves on that. That sandwich ain't all that everybody making it.
No, no,
I think
not
I was more
nothing's going
disappointed because I was waiting for this thing to pop fireworks in my mouth, whatever.
on.
I don't know, light up my heart with skies of gold.
No, I want it to be so good that when I bite into it, I cry. Like as soon as I bite into it, I fucking cry.
Exactly. That's what I thought was gonna happen when I got this sandwich. Like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant. This was food sex. Yep. And then I got it, was like, oh, it's good. Bit some more. I'm like, really? This was the punk ass sandwich y'all was talking about? Y'all was stabbing and suplexing motherfuckers for? Seriously? I mean, it's good, but come on. Why are we out here fighting over the sandwich?
Cause niggas gonna nig all the time,
Yep. And I don't
and
see no
niggas is all
reneging in
people.
the future. Sad. Sad. With that being said, I recommend you all to try the Popeyes chicken sandwich for yourself.
Yeah,
Because
try
it,
everything for yourself.
whoa.
I mean,
Whoa.
what you're comfortable with. Yeah.
So it depends. How do you know you're comfortable with it unless you try it?
I guess you can watch it in a video or something and see how it makes you feel.
Shit.
If it makes your bit tingling, you might want to try
That is
that.
the answer of the night. So how do you know you're comfortable with it? Shit, look it up and watch a video on it. But how do I know if I like eating it? Well, that's a different conversation.
I mean, but the way the human mind works, you can close your eyes and imagine.
No, because you can't really. Never mind. On that note,
Woo.
on that note, we have reached the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's much like trouble is brewing in the atmosphere.
Okay.
Child, it's hot in here. I would like to thank my wonderful guest, AJ, for being on the show today. Get the
Thank
round of
you.
applause again.
The pleasure is all mine.
Is it? See, y'all gonna get me in trouble with these shows one day. I'm get slapped in the back of my head like, so that's how you feel on the radio?
I mean,
That's how
hey,
you feeling?
Howard Stern was the man.
He, that boy had more cat than a humane society. I'm not ready for that pressure. Look, I am a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. But no, y'all gonna get me in trouble with these radio shows. Fun fact, I got told about my intro. I don't know. Have you heard the show yet?
No,
Fighting you as soon
I
as we get off
know.
the air.
I know. I'm
I'm
sorry.
being like Rumble in the Bronx.
I'm sorry.
But no, somebody told me that my intro to my podcast was deemed sexy and bothersome, and that I need to change it.
I mean, it's got that porno feel to it. You know, the 80s joint, maybe the late 70s.
Yeah. I just want to shoot my stuff and just keep pushing. They were like, I don't want to have to, mop the floor up just because I want to listen to your show. So, in long story short, I'm not changing the intro.
Hey, man.
I am really keeping it.
I said it's better.
I am really keeping it. But, yeah, I just thought that was funny. But it goes in the category with all the support I've gotten for doing this. And I appreciate everybody for either listening in, jumping on, throwing their name in the guest slot, sharing opinions, sharing the podcast. Hint, hint, people. Y'all better start telling y'all people I do this. Y'all can't be selfish.
Okay.
Look, y'all be like, oh my God, I love you on the show. Well, tell your peoples. Okay.
Even though I hadn't listened, I be sharing stuff.
Look, yeah, okay. I know you're gonna share. I know you're gonna share this episode for a fact. I can smell it.
Well, of course, well.
Really? See, this is that trouble I'm talking about. This is the third straight episode. That's some trouble and brewed on this mic. Y'all gonna behave yourselves.
No, behaving is for lame people.
Listen. What?
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So, tell these people where they can find you if you want them to look for you.
Yeah. So my Snapchat is the letter A, the letter J, and then RAWKS, AJ Rock. And then Instagram is at ChicGeek88. That is ChicGeek88. Thank you.
Look, you here. Thank you.
I didn't hear you.
I said you was over there like, thank you. giving them the voice, huh? Okay. And as far as I go, you can find me on Twitter, Rock Jones on Air. That is Rock Jones on Air. I am also on Instagram against my strong will. Don't get me started. At Rock Jones Radio. I forgot the name of my Snapchat. I don't even really post anything like podcast related on my Snap. Like if you want to talk to me on Snap, we probably gonna hold conversations. So I think it's Rock MF Jones. I'm really bad at maintaining my social media. I know it is. Oh, it's Rock MF Jones, y'all.
You'll get an assistant one day.
Look. Lord willing, because it's hard being a one-man band man. Tired. But on behalf of AJ, this is your best hailing from the Midwest, Rock Jones. Wishing you all peace and
Hey,
blessings.